So Nokia actually sent me out a Lumia 925 to review, which I'm really excited about. My phone is the Apple iPhone 5S in gold, as you can see here. So this is the phone that I'm going to be comparing the Nokia Lumia 925 to. First thing I noticed when I picked up the phone is its actual size. It is very, very big in comparison to my iPhone 5S. As you can see, I'd say it's bigger than the actual iPhone itself. If you've never used a Nokia before, like I haven't until I actually pick this bad boy up, and basically it's a Windows phone. The only other Windows phone out there really that is competition to the Nokia, I'd say, is the HTC One. The only difference between the HTC One and the Nokia Lumia 925 design wise is the HTC One has more of a full round metal aspect to it, whereas the Nokia doesn't really have full-blown metal. It's got polycarbonate on the back there, metal around the edges, and obviously its screen here. So as you can see, it's not fully metal, but it's not HTC either, which is a good thing. Now, I had a HTC HD Desire HD, sorry. I've had a HTC One X, I believe it's called, and I just want to say that it's probably the worst phone you could ever possibly get. Don't get HTC, it's awful. It actually made me hate Android devices. I hate it so much. HTC in itself, I've never actually met one person that's had a HTC before and said it was a good phone, ever. Every person I know that's got a HTC phone hates it. So that's why I've moved on to the iPhone, which I'm really glad about. And I love it, by the way, it's such a good phone. So the good things about the Nokia Lumia 925. I've never actually used a Windows phone before, so it was really, really good to actually have a chance to use this. As you can see here, I'm not sure if you can see it actually, you know, the screen's really, really nice. I like it. I like it because there's no, like, as you can see with the iPhone, there's like big block there, there's a big block there. I like it. It's just, it all looks like a screen. Now, there is a few things I don't like about this, and the reason of that is when you first start it up, it basically looks like Windows 8. And that's the idea because it's a Windows phone. I like that idea because the fact you can customize stuff wherever you want it to go, you can move it around and stuff like that. That's brilliant. But the thing that I don't like about it is the fact that the screen is just so big. I think it's kind of unnecessary because if I was going to go for a screen that needs to be that big, I'd say I'd probably just get an iPad mini. Or, you know, any other tablet. I'm not an iPad fangirl or anything. Apple fangirl. I read up before I did the review on this about the Nokia Lumia 920, and I wanted to see what the differences were between what people said that was and what people said this was. Now, this is £150, I believe, more expensive than the Nokia Lumia 920. And I believe the only actual difference is the improved camera. So I took a photo with my iPhone 5S and I took a photo with my Nokia Lumia 925, and you can see the difference here up on the screen. Now, I find the Nokia camera, it kind of adds more of like a yellowy tint to it. This is using the selfie camera, if you want to call it that. So as you can see, it adds more of a, you know, a sort of like, I can't say it, like a fluorescent look to it, rather than the iPhone 5S, which kind of just makes you look a bit more pasty than what you actually are. Now I'm going to show you the front camera, which is the actual front of the camera. So that's that one and that's that one, rather than using the front ones. So I'm going to show you the actual proper cameras. And as you can see, I've took one with flash and without flash. The Nokia with flash I found to be very much identical to the iPhone 5S with a flash. However, without a flash, I found that the front camera on the Nokia was 10 times better and more clearer, I don't know if you can see in this video, than the iPhone 5S. I much preferred it. If I was going to be taking photos of scenery and stuff, I would much rather have the Nokia to take those photos with than obviously the iPhone. So I'm just going to take you through the buttons that you get around the phone. Obviously at the top here you've got your connections. So they've kept the device really, really clean, which I do kind of like. There's nothing on the left hand side of the phone at all. Whereas on the iPhone you've got buttons, or you've got something on each side really. You've got your pin case there, you've got buttons there, you've got a button to unlock there, and then you've got USB in your headphone slot. On the Nokia, you've got nothing on the left side, nothing on the bottom, but on the right you've got your that button there, which is goes to your camera. You've got your unlock button there in the middle, so you just press it and you swipe up and it unlocks, which is pretty good. And then obviously you've got your volume buttons there. And then at the top you've got your USB charger, your audio input, and then your SIM, which is where your SIM goes to. Everyone knows that. Right, so basically, another thing as well, I found the camera is a lot faster at taking photos, and the reason I'm talking about the camera a lot is, like I said, the whole difference between the 925 and the 920 is the camera. When comparing it to the iPhone 5S, it took a picture a lot quicker and a lot more concise and clearer than the iPhone 5S did. Which I kind of like that, especially if you don't want to be like one of those people to like sort of miss the moment. The last thing that you want to sort of do is just miss a photo. It's really annoying. To be honest with you, I'd say the Nokia is probably not for me, and it's just due to the fact that I have an iPod, I have an iPad, and so an iPhone just sort of fits with me personally. However, if you're one of those people that cannot stand Apple, and there are people out there that just hate Apple, and the reason for that is because Apple is overpriced for what it is. You're basically paying for a designer bag, which is funnily enough the pictures that I took a picture of, which was a designer bag. And if you can see by like my designer bag and my phone, I kind of do care about designer things, and it's just because I like to work hard to gain something, and I'm a girl, and girls like designer things and all that good stuff. But basically, the main reason of not getting the Nokia, it's nothing to do with the phone, because if you like Windows phones, it's perfect. I mean, the camera's good. I saw no issues. Starting up the phone was very, very fast. Taking photos is very fast. I did a bit of searching the internet on it as well. Very, very fast. Obviously, I haven't got SIM card in it, so I wasn't able to make calls. The only downside to it is when you're holding it, it's not got curved edges, as you can see here. I don't know if you can see that. It's not curved, whereas the iPhone is curved. So it could get a bit of an issue, you know, when you're holding it there, it's just digging into the palm of your hand like that. That'd get really annoying, especially if you're playing games. The other thing as well, which I found the HTC also has, is a camera like that. And basically what that is you smack it down on a desk and bang, that camera is then knackered. You can't use that camera, it's broken. Now, obviously I'm not going to break it, so I don't know how ruthless the Nokia is, but the HTC wasn't very good. I literally dropped it from about this height onto the carpet, and this one's still fine, which is good. Sorry Nokia, I don't mean to break the phone. And it just broke the camera. It was just like, you could tap it and you could hear it moving. It was awful, which is why I like this so much better, because it's actually behind a plastic case on the iPhone. And then obviously I've got a little penguin case in my hair, and it's so cute. Look at. So yeah, I'm not really a mobile phone reviewer. If you look at my previous reviews, I'm very much a gaming reviewer. So I'm not really sure how to do mobile reviews. All I know is that my honest opinion. If I hated Apple, and you don't want to be restricted to the things that Apple have, such as you can only do this to other Apple devices and Apple iTunes Store, and you just think, screw that, I don't want to be a part of your Apple clan. This is like probably a good choice. You've got loads of options on here as well, and the one thing that I do miss about phones and having an Apple sort of restrict you is you can get Office with this, which is so useful, especially if you're trying to do something for work and you're just not quite, you know, you're not quite in an office space where you can do it. I can, like with this, you can open up Excel, PowerPoint, Word. It's just good, and I'll tell you what, it looks a lot more professional as well than the previous ones, because I know the previous ones are like the 5C iPhone, they got colours on them and crap. This comes in like silver, grey and black, so it just looks a lot more corporate, a lot nicer. So yeah, I mean, if you're interested in a Windows phone and Windows is definitely for you, then definitely give this a try, guys. I mean, even if you don't like it, you can always return it in a 14-day trial period. So yeah, it's £150 more than the Nokia Lumia 920, but if you're not that interested in the camera, just get the 920. But yeah, it's a cool little phone. I mean, to be honest, if there was no such thing as iPhones, I would definitely go out. I'd definitely have this one, I think. Yeah, because I like the fact you can get like Xbox Live on it and stuff like that, because it's got a little app for games, look. It's so cool. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah, and look, you can join Xbox Live, so I could be sat just chilling, chatting to my friends on Xbox, be like, yo! I wonder if you could FaceCam them, or FaceTime. I don't think Nokia does FaceTime, does it? I have to say, though, that the main selling point for me for this phone would be the camera. I mean, you could just take amazing selfies all day. Look, like, bow, 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 bow. I'll never do that again. So thanks, guys, for checking this out. Take care, bye! Me for yawning. I'm like really tired. I've like got a cup of coffee in my hands and it's keeping me warm. But yeah, like this game's, I hate this game. This is why I have not been playing it that much. It's just people just don't die. Don't die for me at all. It's like, please die. And then they just don't die. Like you'll see a few times in this and you're like, how are they not dead? But they're not dead. But yeah, so basically I've been playing GTA 5 because obviously I was sick and tired of Black Ops 2. I think everybody is now. I just want to go.